Is it time to go all in on Bitcoin and crypto right now? Well, according to this system, the answer to that could quite possibly be yes, because we just got one of the most bullish signals on the higher time frame that previously has pumped Bitcoin by at least $10,000, but sometimes even $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 and more. And we just got that exact same signal. So this is very, very interesting. And in this video, I'm going to break it down. So make sure you drop a like, smash that thumbs up button down below, share this with friends, tag friends in the comments, and make sure you're following the page, of course. So let's dive straight into this because this looks very, very interesting. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you already know what I'm about to say and what I'm talking about. It is the 3-day 50 moving average, and we just reclaimed that. So Bitcoin is back here at over $66,000, 66690 as I'm making this video. Now, what's important, as you can see here, the 3-day chart with the 50 simple moving average in blue and the big green arrows pointing towards what happened previously and what followed after that. And you can see it's very, very simple. So in 2020, after the Black Swan event that we had, we reclaimed it and we went from about $8,000 to $65,000 in one go in the year that followed. Over here in August of 2021, we reclaimed the 3-day 50 moving average. We went from $45,000 to $69,000, not even 6 months later. Here in January of 2023, we reclaimed the 3-day 50 moving average. We went from $19,000 all the way to $32,000. That's a $13,000 move in a matter of 6 months. Then in October of 2023, we reclaimed it. We went from $28,000 all the way to $74,000. Pretty much 6 months later. So now we have just had the same reclaim. We have had the 2 consecutive closes above, maybe a little bit questionable, but this one was technically above 65 and now 60, almost 67. 2 consecutive closes is the requirement for the system, because if we only get one, it could still be a fake out. So now we have 2 closes above it. And while nothing is ever guaranteed in financial markets, you can see what I just showed you. Based on this, it becomes highly, highly likely that we are now back in full-blown bull market, and that in the minimum, we saw a move here of about 30 to 40% to the upside, to $13,000. But we've also seen massive, massive moves of $30,000 or $40,000 to the upside, meaning that we're looking at potentially at least $80,000, but maybe over $100,000. And based on what has happened previously, that could very well happen in the next 6 months or so. So it could still happen this year, or maybe in Q1 of 2025 also. So basically, this is shaping up for massive, massive upside. And if at any time you had taken the long position at these reclaims and held it for up to 6 months, you could have seen big gains. Now, of course, just a disclaimer, always use risk capital only, right? You cannot overextend. There's always some degree of risk. We don't know if there's a black swan. Like yesterday, we saw some crazy thing happen with a global outage. Some security software provider went down, and they literally had to ground planes all around the world, and all sorts of systems stopped working. Now, luckily, that didn't have a follow-through effect. But if something like that happens and it's unforeseen as a black swan, you never know. So that's why you can't go all in. That's why you can't take out loans, etc., etc. But with risk capital, in terms of getting a signal of when to buy and what to do with these markets, this is pretty much as good as it gets on the higher time frame. Okay, now that doesn't mean right now, as you watch this video, take 100x maximum leverage long position on crypto. No, because on the shorter time frame, we're here at 66,000. It could definitely drop back $1,000 or $2,000. And if you take a high leverage long right now, you'd obviously get liquidated at that point. So you want to be smart about stuff. But spot positions targeting $100,000 or more could be a good move. Again, keep in mind, Bitcoin is the leader. So if Bitcoin is really going to start moving higher now, and let's just say Bitcoin is going to $100,000 this year, for argument's sake, okay? That's not even a 2x. That's obviously a very nice move. If you have substantial amounts of capital in that, it would be a very nice ROI. But just, if you have small capital and just buying Bitcoin is obviously not going to be the answer. It's not going to make you rich. If you put $1,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 into Bitcoin and it goes up 2x, it's not life-changing money. But if Bitcoin goes to $100,000 the next 6 months, I believe that altcoins, maybe meme coins, maybe NFTs, whatever the new narrative is going to be, that's where the potential is going to be, because those follow the overall bull cycle and the liquidity. So if Bitcoin can keep going higher, we're probably going to see Ethereum. We'll take a look at that in a second. Ethereum go to new all-time highs, but then lots of the smaller coins, just like we saw earlier this year in March, we saw some coins do 20x, 30x, 50x. That opportunity still lies ahead of us if we're going to continue higher, and that's where the money is made. And again, it pays to buy low and sell high. You want to get in early. A lot of people are still in disbelief. Okay, we haven't yet seen the massive pump. We're not yet at 100,000. And again, I can guarantee you, most people are going to wait until everything is at the maximum euphoria way high again before they start buying. Don't do that. If you're watching this right now, I'm giving you the information and giving you the data. Okay. So my opinion based on the charts, on the facts. It's not just I woke up one day and I'm feeling bullish and I want everything to go higher because that's what I want. No, we're looking at the data, we're looking at the chart, the price action, and we're using all of that to make a decision on where is this likely to go next based on what has happened in the past. And all of that is showing us right now that it's likely that we are looking at a lot higher. Keep in mind, we are also only 3 months past the Bitcoin halving. Remember what happened. The Bitcoin halving was literally around about over here where this green arrow is. Look at all the upside that still came up to 12 months after the halving. So 12 months after the halving would be April or May of 2025, which is still more than 6 months from now. If this cycle is going to repeat again, which maybe it will, then we're looking at 6 to 12 months of massive upside in these crypto markets. And you do not want to be sidelined. You do not want to be shorting this. You do not want to be waiting and saying, oh, I'm going to buy Bitcoin when it gets back above 100,000. Why? If you're going to buy above 100,000, you might as well buy at 66,000, right? So I'm sharing all this info with you. I think, in my opinion, now, until we lose this again, we are now full-blown bullish. So until we get 2 consecutive 3-day closes below this moving average, so below 64,000, the trend is up, and I'm expecting 74 at a minimum, which is a previous high, but 85,000, maybe 100,000, maybe even more than that, depending on how crazy things get. So if you need help with this, if you want to join my community, I share daily charts and updates and trade ideas inside my Discord. You get access to the whole community of more than 2,800 members. Come and join us in VIP. The link is in the description down below. I'm only opening for a short period of time. August 28th, I'm closing the doors again to new members. I do this because I think that these are the best opportunities when it is good to join. I don't want people joining at the top when everything is about to crash, because that's how you get wrecked. I'm opening here now and I'm giving you this opportunity to be able to learn and get involved when I think there's still substantial upside in the markets, because it means that everyone who joins when these markets are still lower, if it goes up, everyone can make money and it's a win-win situation for all of us. So my VIP is open until August 28th. That's a little less than 5 weeks from now. If you want to join, link in the description down below. All right, let's take a look at Ethereum, because one big thing that's happened is, of course, Ethereum ETFs have been approved and they're likely to start trading, I believe, even next week on July 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have to wait and see. But if these ETFs start trading and they can accept money flowing into them, there's analysts that are saying we can see billions and billions of dollars flow into Ethereum ETFs also, because now all the big money, all the funds, all the billionaires, they can now invest in Ethereum through an ETF vehicle without having to go on an exchange and have the coins and hold the coins themselves and deal with custody and the risk of transferring it, all that stuff. No, they can just directly buy the ETF, have exposure to the price of Ethereum without having to deal with any of the technical stuff. So I think that could be very, very interesting. We have here the 3-day chart of Ethereum. We're almost at $3,500 at this point in time, and this chart is still just technically bullish. And in my opinion, a target number 1 is very simply the previous high here, around $4,100. But I think we're going for the all-time highs. I think this year is still very possible, in my opinion, especially if Bitcoin continues going higher. You know, if we're seeing Bitcoin back at 74,000 or higher, we're going to see ETH very likely at this all-time high and probably $5,000 or more, very likely this year still. So that means there's still substantial upside here again, not massive upside like on altcoins, because even if it goes to 6,000, it's not even a 2x right now. Obviously, it would be huge if you have significant capital. That's a big ROI percentage, right? And maybe if you take a leverage trade or a swing trade and you can ride it up to there, of course, it can be substantial money. But the real money is in the altcoins that can do 10x or 20x or 50x. If that happens, the liquidity coming into the space is going to take everything much higher, attract new people that are seeing the prices go higher. So then the retail gets interested and they start saying, oh, okay, I'm going to buy some of this when it's all going higher and higher. And we get the self-fulfilling prophecy of the bull cycle. Keep in mind, guys, I'm warning you now, make a note of this, stick this on your computer, set a reminder for yourself. The next time everything gets absolutely euphoric, when we see the fear and greed meter at extreme greed, when we see all the top signals, celebrities launching shitcoins, all sorts of the usual top signals, it will be time to take profits and get out of these markets, because the next time that this market peaks, in my opinion, could very well be the top of the bull cycle, and that could be followed by a brutal bear market that takes us down, same like 2022 and 2018, right? So I think this was a mid-cycle correction that we've seen. We're rebounding now. I think we go a bunch higher, and whenever that top is going to come, whether it's in 3 months or 6 months or 9 months from now, we will see the signs. And of course, in VIP, I'll share that as best as possible to try and get that top to exit all markets completely, because I think after that we go way down. But that's in the future. Until we get to that point, right now we have a massive amount of upside ahead of us, in my opinion. And again here, I think the strategy is we long dips on Ethereum and we're targeting $5,000 or more. And short term, again, don't go and max long on 100x leverage right now, because we could still get a bit of a pullback, right? We could pull back to 3,300 or 3,200 in the short term just to liquidate those leverage longs and then continue higher. For now, the strategy, in my opinion, big picture, is as long as we're above $2,800 in Ethereum, this previous low, the target is higher, $4,100, and then the all-time high, about $4,900, and new all-time highs, I would say, hopefully between $6,000 and $8,000 Ethereum for the peak of this bull cycle. Again, the key is going to be altcoins. They have the highest potential for maximum upside. Even if Ethereum goes to $10,000, it is only a 3x. Not even a 3x at this point in time. If Ethereum goes to $10,000, there are lots and lots of coins built on Ethereum itself that will do many multiples of a 3x, that will do 10x, 20x, 30x, 50x, and that is where the opportunity is. You want to buy low before everything pumps, and then you want to sell high once it's all pumped. Most people do the opposite. Don't do that. If you want my guidance, if you want access to my community, if you want access to my ongoing daily charts, trade ideas, analysis in Discord, if you want access to the community of more than 2,800 members inside that Discord, come and join me in VIP. Now is the best time. The link is in the description down below. I've reopened doors for a short period of time. I will close August 28th, and after that, we're just going to focus on riding up the bull market and trading inside VIP. For now, you have the chance to join. It is risk-free, guys. 60-day money-back guarantee. It is a no-brainer. All my knowledge, all my training, my courses, my updates, over a decade worth of experience is all there. It's discounted. It's really cheap for the value that you get, and you can sign up now. Link is down in the description below. Make sure to smash the like button, leave a comment, tag a friend, share this with people, and I will see you in the next video.